recognition within our Toyota Global Network, taking top honors in our National Toyota Dream Art Contest. Toyota is committed in supporting creativity in our children. Your Excellency, at CFA Motors, we believe that we are in a prime position to offer technology transfer in the automotive space. Through our Toyota Kenya Academy, we seek to have young women and men benefit from the mechanical and technical training in the latest automotive technologies. The Academy has been training Juakali mechanics, and over the last 3 years, we have successfully completed automotive training for over 350 Juakali mechanics, including 30 women, over 120 TVET students, and over 50 technical college instructors. We have also trained over 1,700 young Kenyans on soft skill training, agricultural and construction. Additionally, we also run the Toyota Kenya Foundation, where over the years we have partnered with the government and non-governmental organizations as well as communities to provide support in education, health, environment conservation and safety. We are guided by our mission to improve people's lives in their communities by transforming the world they live in and creating real change. Your Excellency, I'd like to once again thank you for accepting and honoring our invitation. CFA Motors will work with you in ensuring that we can grow the automotive industry as well as create more opportunities for Kenyan youth to get employment. I would now, with your permission, Your Excellency, like to invite our visitor from Japan, Mr. Otsuka-san, the Regional and Chief Operating Officer for Africa from Toyota Tsusho Corporation, Japan, to make his remarks. Thank you very much.
Hamjambo. His Excellency President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. Ruto, the Honorable Moses Kuria, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Investment, Trade and Industry, His Excellency Ken Okinawa, Ambassador of Japan to the Republic of Kenya, distinguished guests, members of media, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, I'm Shinichiro Otsuka, Toyota Tsusho Corporation's Regional Officer of Africa Division and also CEO of our company's Africa Division. It's my great honor for me to be able to attend this line-off ceremony for the Toyota Fortuner in Kenya with all of you. Unfortunately, our President Ichiro Kashitani is not able to be here in person. However, we have received his thoughts in the form of a video message, which I would like to share with you now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ham Jambo. My name is Ichiro Kashitani, and I am the President and CEO of Toyota Tsusho Corporation. Thank you very much for granting me this opportunity at the Toyota Fortuner line-off ceremony to express Toyota Tsusho Group's commitment to Kenya. First of all, I would like to thank His Excellency, the President of Kenya, Dr. Ruto, Japanese Ambassador Okaniwa, and other honorable guests, and I sincerely apologize for not being able to be there in person. In Africa, together with our subsidiary CFAO, we are conducting business mainly in the 4 fields of mobility, healthcare, consumer goods, and energy and infrastructure, with 23,000 employees on the African continent. When it comes to Kenya, we have been building a strong, mutually cooperative relationship ever since concluding our first memorandum of understanding with the Kenyan government in August 2012. At TICAD 8, which was held in Tunisia last year, we updated our MOU with Kenya by adding cooperation in carbon neutrality and the digital domain. We are currently advancing renewable energy projects such as solar and wind power and have begun to study the development of a value chain using green hydrogen. We hope to further contribute to the growth and development of Kenyan industry and society through a continuous best partner relationship with the Kenyan government. In closing, I'd like to thank again Kenya's President and other members of government for providing generous support. We will continue to provide the people of Kenya with the vehicles and the services they love. Thank you for your kind attention. Asante sana.
Thank you for watching. Firstly, I would like to thank the Kenyan government for its encouraging automotive policy, as well as the local assembly plant associated vehicle assemblers for enabling us to welcome this day. Our Toyota Tsusho Group's relationship with the automotive industry in Kenya has a long history, as we Toyota have produced Toyota vehicles in those countries since the 1970s, or for more than 40 years. Over that period, local assembly of various models was started and suspended, and only the Land Cruiser has continued. In recent years, in response to the implementation by the Kenyan government of its automotive policy and various initiatives, we reintroduced production in Kenya of the Hilux and Hiace, and the accumulated production volume of Toyota vehicles in Kenya reached approximately 60,000 units at the end of last year. Today, we are very happy to announce the start of production of the Fortuner as the fourth among current Toyota locally produced models, and the first sports utility vehicle favored by both government and private customers in Kenya. Again, it's only due to strong support from the government and everywhere that we are here. The development of the Toyota local assembly business in Kenya has been made possible by AVA's strong cooperation over past 40 years. Toyota engineers have trained 40 AVA engineers and technicians for the Fortuner, bringing to 100 AVA members to train, including other models. We desire to mutually grow and enhance our relationship towards the development of the local assembly industry for Kenyan customers. Taking this opportunity, we would like to strengthen our contribution to the development of Kenyan automotive industry and society, capacity building, technology transfer through the local car assembly business, and car sales activities in Kenya. We are committed to contributing to provide safe and environment-friendly cars with high quality, durability, and reliability in Kenya, including those carrying the label Made in Kenya. To that end, we acknowledge that the Kenyan government is in the process of implementing the national automotive policy issued in May last year, and would like to request that the policy be made effective as early as possible. In particular, the experience of the other African countries, introduction of strict restriction on used vehicle as outlined in the automotive policies are helping to expand the market for new passenger vehicles in those countries. We believe that NFA would similarly encourage the future growth of Kenya's automotive industry and business. and in turn, local car assembly business, which would create jobs, and that is vital for Kenya's future industrializations and economy. Please allow me to conclude by hoping that we will be able to continue our automotive business for Kenya with Kenya and spare no effort to developing the Kenyan automotive industry. Asante sana. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And at this point, allow me to now invite the Cabinet Secretary for Investment, Trade and Industry, Honorable Moses Kuria, to make his comments. Let's give him a clap as he's approaching. Welcome, sir.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Prime Cabinet Secretary, Governor of Mombasa, Leader of the Majority, and all my colleague Cabinet Secretaries, all protocols observed. In the interest of time, Your Excellency, allow me to invite my brother, the Ambassador of Japan to Kenya, to make brief remarks before I invite Governor, because we are really constrained for time. Mr. Ambassador.
Thank you very much. His Excellency the President, President Ruto, members of the Cabinet, Governor of Mombasa County, CEO of Toyota Tsusho, and Chairman of CFAO, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I have a flight to catch at 4:45, so I have a very strong incentive to be very short. Let me first congratulate CFAO and also Toyota Tsusho for having started another brand, assembly of another brand in AVA factory. This will contribute to the jobs and the economy of the region. The automotive industry has big economic effects because it is related to the components industry, the machinery for producing the cars, and also marketing, and also insurance and other relevant industries. In Japan, where the automotive industry is one of the basic industries in the economy, 1 unit of the car being produced will generate 2.7 times the additional benefit for the economy. So I think the Kenyan government's policy of trying to nurture an automotive industry is a very important step in the right direction. So I'd like to commend the President and his team for promoting this and achieving the first production of a new brand, Fortuner, today. Now, we still, as we look forward, in order to have a full potential to be realized, I think the regulation on the imported used cars need to be strengthened, because I heard that even the AVA factory does not run at full capacity, and there is room for improvement. So I look forward to the CS Korea and the team to strengthen the regulation of much older used cars. Let me mention that this year we celebrate the 60 years of the bilateral relations, and we are very happy that AVA and Toyota has worked together for more than 40 years. So let me congratulate the strong bond of collaboration. And I also mentioned that we have the local MP, honorable body here with us, and this shows that our relationship is not just about government to government. It is a warm bond of friendship between our two peoples. My Prime Minister visited Nairobi in May this year and had a very important meeting with the President. And I think the two leaders agreed to promote Mombasa port development. And it is my hope that with the support of the President, that our cooperation will go from strength to strength. and more investment and more activities by Japanese companies in the area, and we would change the whole dynamics of the Kenya as a country, as a gateway to East Africa. So with that, I'd like to thank Toyota Tsusho and AVA for inviting me, and I'd like to thank the President for being here with us. Asante ni sana.
Thank you, Ambassador. Your Excellency, now it's my honor to invite Governor of Mombasa, Abu Salman Sharif Nasir, to make very brief comments, because in the interest of time. Mustahiki Governor.
Your Excellency, hapa tuko kwa mwenyeji anaitwa Fulangenge, mbunge wa eneo hili. Akisalimia tu kwa chapchapo hapa itakuwa si vibaya, lakini huyu itabidi tukae bodyguard moja upande huu moja upande huu, akizidisha 30 seconds tunamtoa tu.
Your Excellency, for the interest of time, leo mimi nafurahi, I'm a very happy person to have hosted 4th and now 5th president in this facility. So I say congratulations to AVA. It is a clear indication that AVA is growing. Now if Your Excellency may borrow your words, recently when you were in Tanzania, we must invest in human capital. And so, nataka niseme growth ya AVA, tuko na enough personnel here in Jomvu, young boys and girls who can work in this facility. Kwa hivyo nafasi ya kwanza ya kazi ipewe vijana wetu wa kutoka katika sehemu hii. Your Excellency, nataka niseme kitu kidogo tu, kwa sababu ya interest of time. Hapa tuna MGR project ambayo ni yako, lakini ina affect shule ambayo nimejenga inaitwa Maganda. Naomba intervention yako. Barua tumepeleka kwa Kenya Railway kuona kwa kabla hawajavunja shule watutengezee shule katika pale mahali ambapo patakuwa affected, ili watoto wetu waweze kusoma bila interruption. Alafu mwisho, Your Excellency, kumaliza, naungana na ndugu yangu Kimani Chungwa tulipokuwa KPA akisema kuwa Kenya hii haiwezi kupelekwa kwa maafa na fujo. Ni lazima tukae pamoja ili tuone tuweza kukaa namna gani tupeleke Kenya yetu mbele. Mwisho kumalizia, nataka kukupatia assurance, Your Excellency, that we will work with you in terms of development of this area. Count on our support always, tutakuunga mkono kufanya kazi na wewe. Leo nataka niseme shida kubwa ambayo iko katika nchi hii kama tulivyotoka port ni cost of doing business, na tumeona yale mambo ya steering committee ambayo yameshughulikia kuona kuwa shipping lines na vitu vingine vitaweza kurudishwa chini, kuondoa mambo ya double chargement ili biashara isiondoke Kenya kuenda katika Dar es Salaam. Kwa hivyo niko na imani Mheshimiwa Rais, AVA tumelaunch Toyota Hilux nyuma. Leo tuna launch Fortuner. Katikati hapo tulilaunch hapa electric tuk-tuk. Kwa hivyo niko na imani hapa, we don't believe in retrogression, we believe in progression, and so AVA will grow and others will emulate AVA kulingana na vile inavyofanya. Mwisho kumalizia, nataka kumpongeza waziri rafiki yangu Moses Kuria ambaye niliserve na yeye parliament, 12th parliament, tuliserve committee moja ya budget. Nasema kuwa kazi anayoifanya usitishwe. Mheshimiwa Waziri, endesha kazi, fufua viwanda ili vijana wetu waweze kupata biashara. Kumalizia kabisa, Your Excellency, nataka kusema kwa gavana wetu wa Mombasa kuona kuwa Mheshimiwa Abdulswamad Sharif Nassir sikupata nafasi ya kuongea vizuri pale KPA, lakini Mheshimiwa Rais, tumeona Taita Taveta wanapata something out of natural resource ambayo ni ya game park. Vile vile Narok County Council wanapata kitu. Sisi tunaomba kwa unyenyekevu pia katika Port of Mombasa, kama vile ilivyo Durban, kama vile ilivyo Long Beach, kama vile ilivyo Antwerp, na sisi tupate something ambayo inaweza kusaidia kaunti ya Mombasa. Asanteni na Mwenyezi Mungu atubariki. Thank you.
Your Excellency, I know time is not on our side. In the interest of the respect of the leaders that are here, I just recognize His Excellency Issa Timami, the Governor of Lamu. I equally recognize my brother, the Member of Parliament for Nyali, Mohammed Ali, who is here. I recognize Miraj, Senator. I see the Member of Parliament, Mudama, and I see your advisor, Nzai, who is right behind there, and the Chair of KPA, Benjamin. And I see my not so young brother, Hassan Omar Hassan, who is here. Asantin. Your Excellency, mine will be very brief, and I think I just want to state, I've had a sit-in with the motor vehicle assemblers. And when I did that sit-in, what we did agree was some of the issues that are there is on how we can be able to increase employment opportunities. I know and I recognize Kimani is here. As a Member of Parliament, I see Owen as well. These are people who can be able to do what needs to be done. Your Excellency, there's a difference between semi-knocked down and completely knocked down. A technical term, however, it is vital that we recognize these duty structures so that we can be able to now look at ways in which we can encourage such kind of setups that are here. And equally, I know this is a direction you've given when we were at the port. Equally, it is vital, Your Excellency, for the age limitation of vehicles. Otherwise, all these setups will be here and there will be nothing that we can be able to do. I think this is something that Waziri, my brother Moses Kuria, will be in agreement with. With those many words, thank you very much, Your Excellency. I also recognize the Honorable Member for Langata who is here. Namwona amenipatia macho mbaya sana. Asanteni sana na mbarikiwe. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency Governor. Your Excellency, I just want to say just 3 brief things. One, on the issue of the automotive policy, I want to thank my brother Kimani Ichung'wah and the leadership of the National Assembly. That policy did pass, and now we are drafting the bill, and I'm sure Honorable Ichung'wah and the parliamentary leadership are going to work with us. We have got a team that is from everybody who is here, from the industry, from the ministry, from Treasury. We have a working team that is working on the bill, and we hope that it will be presented before Kimani Ichung'wah within the next 3 weeks so that he can do whatever is necessary. As we do that, we have agreed that there is one issue that is not in contention, and that is on the issue of commercial vehicles. The policy, Kenya Standard KES 1515, and the envisaged bill are in agreement that we have capacity locally to be able to assemble commercial vehicles, especially the big trucks. I want to assure you that by the end of the year, we are going to transition into 100% reliance of locally assembled commercial vehicles, especially the trucks, so that we can be able to create more jobs for these people. As we do that, we are also looking at other areas. We have a boat here, Your Excellency. I want to thank Simba Motors. They have something called Simba Marine. They have assembled a boat that is going for 450,000 shillings. In normal times, out there, that boat goes for 1.5 million shillings. And we are working with the Cabinet Secretary Mvurya and the State Department for Blue Economy to see how we can be able to integrate that boat into some financing scheme, the same way we are doing for the e-mobility, to ensure that our fishermen are able to access that locally assembled boat. And on the e-mobility, you have made the big announcement. We are looking forward to September when we will make the biggest rollout of e-mobility in Africa. I want to thank also the Japanese government. They are working with us on something we call end of life. All the old vehicles and usable vehicles to convert them into the circular economy. And also my brother ambassador, he has done something very good for Africa. My time is up, but I will just take some few minutes. Your Excellency, Japan in October is hosting the G8 summit, and they have invited only one, that is the trade ministers for the G8. They have invited only one country in Africa to make a presentation to the G8. And I will not say he's from which country, but I want to assure you he's in this room right now. So thank you, Mr. Ambassador, for thinking about Kenya, remembering Kenya. Finally, Your Excellency, why are we doing this? We are doing this to create jobs. Ndio maana mimi wakati mwingine na unisamehe na kasirikanga. Hii kazi yote tunafanya, halafu tunakuja kuiharibu kwa vitendo zetu wenyewe. Nimefurahia vile Badi ameongea. Nataka Moha jichopefu chukua mkono usalimia wananchi. Ndio hata wale watu huyu anasimamia wabunge ambao sio wa maandamano, Badi Twalibu wale wa maandamano, na tuko sawa because pande zote ziko hapa, ziko represented. Na Mheshimiwa Badi Twalibu, hii kazi yote imesema hii yote, kama kungekuwa na maandamano Mombasa, tungekuwa hapa kufanya nini? Tungefanya nini? Tafadhali mimi nakusihi na nasihi ndugu yangu Raila Odinga, tafadhali kwa miaka miwili tu, ulala miaka miwili, tuendelee na kazi halafu uamke baada ya miaka miwili. Kwa hayo machache, let me now take this opportunity to invite the Prime Cabinet Secretary, my senior, Musalia Mudavadi, to make his remarks.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, the Ambassador of Japan, Ken Okinawa, distinguished leaders, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I will be very brief because we need to catch up on time, but let me just make 2 quick points. One, to acknowledge the tremendous strides that we have just been shown today, the strong partnership and the results of that partnership between FVA and Toyota in the name of CAFAO. Well done and congratulations to you. The second point, Your Excellency, is to really just acknowledge that the partnership between Kenya and Japan continues to grow, and it is important that Kenyans realize that Kenya, over the years, is the largest recipient of Japanese partnership support in Africa. That is something that doesn't come out, but on a bilateral basis, Kenya is very close to the heart of the people of Japan, and in equal measure, the people of Japan are also very close to Kenya. Now, before I invite His Excellency the President, I have been given a name here, Moha. I'm told that your eloquence is required just for 2 minutes.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, all protocols observed, and the good people of Miritini, hamujambo. Mimi naitwa Mohamed Ali, ninatokea sehemu ya Nyali, na nataka nimpongeze Rais kwa sababu tangu Kenya kupata uhuru since 1963 wamekuwa wakituacha nyuma in terms of development. Your Excellency, the President, the port of Mombasa is our only source of income, port and tourism. But since you took over, everything now is changing. You are opening up the coast region for the people of the coast to be able to benefit. We thank you very much. Nikimalizia, vile ambavyo waziri amesema ni kweli kabisa. Hatuwezi jenga Kenya na watu wengine wanabomoa kwa mlango wa nyuma. Jana, Your Excellency, mimi siangaliagi TV sana, iko na propaganda mingi, lakini jana nilitazama nikaangalia kidogo. Nikaona wale wangwana wa handshake, wale watu ya kusalimiana, wameenda pale kuweka maua na wakatoa shilingi milioni 5 kwa watu ambao walipoteza maisha yao kutokana na wao wenyewe kuitisha maandamano. Mimi nataka nimwambie Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta na Raila Odinga, wakati wa handshake watoto wetu waliuawa kupitia serikali yenu ya udhalimu. Hapa Mombasa watoto wengi waliuawa, pale Malindi watoto wengi waliuawa, Lamu, ukanda mzima wa pwani watoto walichukuliwa na kuuawa. Ukienda Mandera, Garissa na sehemu zingine watoto waliuawa. Wale watoto waliouawa katika hatamu yako ya wewe kuwa rais huko na kuwatupa katika River Yala, hao pia tunawahesabu. Tafadhali chukueni maua, muende katika kila kona ambayo mumeweza kuhakikisha mulipoteza hao watoto katika uongozi wenyu. Na sisi hatutakubaliana na kauli mbiu hiyo yenyu, kwa sababu Your Excellency, aliyekuwa rais, aliyekuwa prime minister, aliyekuwa vice president, eti wanachanga shilingi milioni 5 kwa maafa ambao wao wenyewe wamesababisha. Wametumia shilingi milioni 250 katika maandamano. Your Excellency, Waswahili wanasema ng'ombe hazeeki maini. Bado mimi ni jichopevu. Hiyo ndio pesa walitumia. 250 million to cause chaos in Nairobi and some other parts of this great country of ours. Today you are dancing on the graves of our children, and we are not going to allow you to do that. Badi Mheshimiwa, please, wachana na mawe. Hapa nimesikia ukiomba kazi, ukisema vijana wapewe kazi. Ukianza kurusha mawe, hii kazi itapatikana? Si tutaharibu. So sisi tunataka kusema hatutakubali. We will not allow anybody to sabotage this government. Your Excellency, tumetembea hii nchi kuunda nchi. This country belongs to the hustlers. We are going to walk the talk to make sure that we will give the president his time to serve this country. Go around and listen to each and every one of us and do what is necessary as per the constitution of this country. So Your Excellency, unajua mimi si mtu ya ofisi, mimi ni mtu ya ground. Nadhani nikienda hapo nje ndio nitaongea vizuri zaidi. Asanteni sana.
Thank you so much. I think it's also very clear that the confidence in Kenya has not been shaken, and that is why we are here, where the president is launching this new line. Kenya is stable, and we are sure that we are going for greater heights. Ladies and gentlemen, can you please be upstanding so that you can welcome His Excellency the President to make his remarks on this auspicious occasion. Tuanga makofi kidogo. Asante sana.
Asante sana, tafadhali tuketi. Asante sana. Viongozi wote wenzangu, balozi wetu wa nchi yetu rafiki wa Japan, the management of CFAO, and all the leaders na wananchi wa hapa Jomvu na Mombasa, hamjambo. Hamjambo tena. Kwanza mimi nataka nichukue nafasi hii niwashukuru sana wananchi wa hapa Mombasa, wananchi wa Jomvu, kwa sababu sote tulienda katika uchaguzi mwaka uliopita, na washukuru sana kwa kura zenu mlizonipa. Thank you very much. Ya pili, nataka niwashukuru vile vile kwa kukubali sasa tuungane, mbali na mirengo ya siasa, sote tuungane kama viongozi tuweze kutimiza majukumu yetu ya uongozi na kushughulikia mahitaji ya wananchi wa taifa letu la Kenya. Nimefika hapa katika hafla hii kwa sababu ni ya muhimu katika mipango ya taifa letu la Kenya na vile vile mipango ya bottom up. Tulikubaliana ya kwamba tunataka kupanua sekta ya manufacturing. It is our commitment as a government that we expand and increase the contribution of manufacturing to our GDP from 7.2% to 15% and eventually to 20% by 2030. Among the interventions that we need to work on is one like what AVA is doing, to make sure that we create additional jobs, create additional income, build our economy around manufacturing. This facility here, as we gather today, to mark a major milestone for our industry, economy, and our society. We are here to witness the launch of a major industrial facility, celebrate the potential creation of job opportunities and the resulting growth of commerce in the motor vehicle sector. Today, we celebrate the launch of the Toyota Fortuner SUV assembly line, a historic occasion that will mark the Fortuner, the first sports utility vehicle to be assembled on the Kenyan soil. Congratulations, CFAO. This facility, built at a cost of 120 million, with a capacity of 30,000 units, is a vote of confidence in our country, in our economy, and in our people. It is also a bold statement to all investors here and across the world that Kenya is a worthwhile investment destination that enjoys the confidence of major global businesses. This investment underscores the diversity of our economy, which is primarily agro-based, but still has prime opportunities across many other sectors, including the automotive industry. I want to thank CFAO, motto for this vote in Kenya. Your action underlining the value of investing in this economy and in this country, especially at a time when we need investments to create the opportunities that will help us transform and lift up millions of Kenyans, and that is a very commendable endeavor. You have my support, and you have the support of the government and the people of Kenya in this endeavor. CFAO Motors, formerly Toyota Kenya, is a pioneer in local assembly with a vision to transform the automotive industry in our country. You have a long and storied history in this sector. The local assembly of the Land Cruiser, the pickup element in 1977, the Hilux single and double cab pickups in 2019, the Toyota Hiace in 2021, and now the Fortuner in 2023. I know this is far from the end of the story. There are more models to come, and there are more big moves ahead. I say that with a lot of confidence because your CEO here in Kenya sold me tractors in my farm. And since the tractors were good, I am sure your product here is also good. There is a burgeoning professional and middle class across Kenya, a signal of our positive economic outlook, and this has sparked demand in the SUV passenger vehicle segment. The local assembly of Fortuner is a big step towards meeting this growing demand. The Toyota brand is renowned the world over for manufacturing excellence, for innovation, for technology and leadership in technological field, and for remarkable standards of quality. We look forward to the considerable knowledge opportunities embedded in this project, and I commend your existing training and knowledge transfer program, and I thank you for the engineers and technicians that you have already trained to date. I have come across many young Kenyans as I went through the assembly lines from our TVETs, from our colleges, from our universities. It is a refreshing moment that an additional close to 100 of them will be hired when this assembly line rolls into being. I am pleased to hear that you also upskill local manufacturers through capacity building in technology and production know-how to achieve global standards for our local content. This will raise quality assurance on locally produced products in line with Toyota Motors Corporation's assembly standards, which are possibly the most rigorous in the world. I also note with great pleasure the AVA Academy, which is supported by the German government. Automotive manufacturing and assembly in Kenya is a sector with immense potential. It creates vertical linkages and backward integration with numerous players in Kenya's industrial ecosystem, including MSMEs, creating massive opportunities in the process. I was pleasantly informed that you are looking at increasing the components that will bring local content from 20% to 30%. It is our belief that as we engage in this sector, more and more capacity is going to be built so that we can increase the level of manufacture. Those in level 1 should move to level 2, those in level 2 should move to level 3, and eventually we want to manufacture these vehicles from scratch here in Kenya. Let me give you some good news. We are in the process of engaging to acquire 5,400 motor vehicles for our security agencies. These motor vehicles, we are going to insist that only those vehicles that are assembled at level 3 will qualify to be supplied by our local assembly manufacturers. We are not going to acquire any vehicle that doesn't have the fingerprints of the young people in Kenya on them. Automotive manufacturing and assembly in Kenya is a sector that has, as I said, immense potential. The industry composition as it stands today is below the required potential. We have only one original equipment manufacturer, 5 motor vehicle assemblers, and 32 registered motorcycle assemblers, 27 being operational, of which 14 specialize in electric motor vehicles. I want to ask the management of this facility and CFAO as a company that with partnership with the government of Kenya, we are looking forward to moving away from the motor vehicles that we are currently assembling in Kenya. And we are encouraging you, and we will work with you to see what additional incentives we can put in place so that you can manufacture electric vehicles in Kenya. We think there is great opportunity, there is tremendous potential for us to manufacture e-vehicles, e-buses, and the whole array. And with you, we can develop the infrastructure to support e-mobility in the Republic of Kenya as we eliminate carbon footprint across all sectors. The industry composition as it stands today, as I said, is below potential. And these many players that I have talked about have a combined annual capacity of 46,000 vehicles and 300,000 motorcycles, respectively. However, all the assemblers are operating at between 20 and 30% capacity. This is the time to reverse this and to tap into the full potential of the manufacturing capacity of all the assemblers in Kenya. Towards this end, the government has put in place a policy, a legal framework, and automotive standards, as Moses said, KS 1515. However, the implementation of this policy has delayed due to various emerging issues. Let me record here that I did already instruct Moses Kuria and his team to work with stakeholders to solve outstanding issues within 120 days, and Moses, already 25 days are gone. So you have less than 100 days now. I am happy to hear that there is impressive progress that has been made, and you, stakeholders, have already submitted your proposals and draft bill to Moses, ready for public engagement. I expect the Cabinet Secretary to table the same in Parliament, to table the same in Cabinet, onward to Parliament, and I'm happy the Leader of Majority here, and I hope the members of Parliament who are here are going to support that move so that we can create better, more opportunities for the young people of our nation and for ourselves to tap into this great industry. The government is implementing the local content policy and the Buy Kenya, Build Kenya policy. We have developed the Preferential Procurement Master Rule number 1 of 2022 that promotes the uptake of locally produced products in public sector. With the launch of this facility, the SUV choices available to the government of Kenya have increased. I want to challenge investors in the automotive sector, both local and foreign, to take advantage of our conducive business environment to expand into full automotive manufacturing. And as I have said, as we buy motor vehicles as government of Kenya, we will insist that they must be either locally manufactured or locally assembled. We're not going to buy any vehicles that have come into the country without any input by the young people of the Republic of Kenya. By the way, Kenya needs a Mwananchi car, a game-changing car that most Kenyans can afford and use to grow their hustles. You can explore this joint venture and create synergies and support each other to make this happen. I invite all of you to invest in Tier 1 component manufacturing and eventually set up a fully integrated and manufacturing plant in Kenya for the Mwananchi car. It is now my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to thank all of you for being present in this gathering. To the people, the great people of Mombasa, I want to assure you of our commitment that as we build the whole ecosystem around manufacturing, we will continue to focus on expanding job opportunities available for the young people of Kenya. This morning, because we want to grow the blue economy, that is the biggest contributor of the economy in the coast region, I am happy that a locally assembled boat that will cost less than what is imported is in the works. I want to promise, and the Minister for Blue Economy is here, that we are going to work with you so that we can tap into those facilities to be able to promote our local fishing industry in the coast and for purposes of elevating the contribution of blue economy to our economy from currently about 15 billion Kenya shillings to 100 billion shillings in the next 3 years. We believe facilities like the one you're building to be able to give us boats that young people in this area can use. This morning, I did give out a check of 150 million shillings for the young people of Mombasa County, for them to expand their capacity, to buy additional fishing gear, to engage in training, both as coxswains and also as fishermen, so that we can unlock the big huge potential that exists in the blue economy in the Mombasa County and in the coast in general. I also have given an undertaking along the same line that we have committed to complete the Liwatoni fish processing facility. We have committed 650 million shillings. I have instructed for the release of the first 300 million shillings in the next 1 month, because we want to unlock the potential, as I have said, of the blue economy, use the ocean resources to be able to create more jobs, drive the economy of this county, and also provide food security for the people of Kenya. Let me also say that as we engage in that, the other infrastructure that is required, including here in Likoni, where we were building a fish market that has stalled. I want to assure you that we will unlock that, and we want to complete the that fish market in the next 3 months. I also want to promise the people of Mombasa, here in Kidongo, that we are going to put 100 million shillings there to build a fish landing facility complete with cold rooms, so that we can provide opportunities for the young people of this county and for the people of Mombasa to tap into the blue economy ecosystem, to create jobs and be able to enhance our food security. Together, we're going to move ahead. I am very confident. I have listened to the governor of Mombasa. I have listened to the members of parliament in this region. And I think we are all agreed that in our political equation, as a democracy, as a people who believe in constitutionalism and the rule of law, there cannot be space for violence in our political equation. We must, as a people, as a country, that it is not going to be business as usual. It is not going to be part of going forward as a nation, that we can engage in politics that destroys property, that causes loss of life, that destroys public infrastructure, that is not going to be the way. And whatever it takes, we must do together as a nation to make sure that we build our country, we provide opportunity for the young people of our nation. And I am very happy that in Mombasa, in the last 8 months, we have hired another 500 teachers to teach the children of Mombasa County. And I want to give my assurance to the people of Mombasa that as we build Kenya, Mombasa will be front and center, making sure that we move along together. Kwa watu wa Jomvu ambao ni watu wazuri sana na mbunge wao yuko hapa, najua tumekuwa na matatizo kidogo tukienda kupanda train kule. Saa zingine kuko na matatizo. Nishasema ya kwamba saa hizi tunajenga train station hapa mjini town yenyewe. Na tunataka sasa train station, badala ya kuhangaika kwenda mpaka kule chini, hiyo train itakuja mpaka hapa town. Mnaweza kupandia hapo ama kushuka pale, ndio biashara yenu iweze kusonga mbele. Na vile vile tumekubaliana ya kwamba zile kazi zingine tutashirikiana. Mimi nitarudi hapa kabla ya Disemba. Unajua tulikubaliana ya kwamba lazima tupange ajira ya vijana wa Mombasa. Mbali na ile kazi tunapanga hapa ya manufacturing, vile vile housing program yetu. Mimi nitarudi hapa, the first 2,000 houses mimi nakuja kuzianzisha kabla ya Disemba. Na mimi nahitaji vijana kama 5,000 watakaofanya hiyo kazi. Mwanze kujipanga, pale kuna nafasi za ajira, watu plumbers, electricians, engineers, architects, masons, carpenters, wale wengine wote, watu wa kuhesabu pesa, wale wa kufanya mambo hiyo ingine yote, wakuwe tayari pale. Si ndio? Watu wa Mombasa mko tayari? Ama nyinyi ni wale wa kuchagua jembe? Mko tayari? Si tulisema kazi ni kazi? Ama tulisemaje? Tulisema kazi ni kazi. Ukipata kama hii hapa, si unafanya? Kama ni ya kufunga nuts, si unafanya? Kama ni ya kufunga waya, si unafanya? Kama ni ile ya electrician, si mnafanya? Ama ni aje? Mombasa tuko pamoja. So nitarudi hapa kwa shughuli hiyo, na pia tumekubaliana ya kwamba kila ward, na mimi najua MCAs wako hapa, kila ward tutaweka ICT hub, kwa sababu pale tunataka kutengeneza kazi ya mtandao. Tunataka mtu wa Jomvu akiwa ward yake anaweza kufanya kazi Marekani akiwa pale, na anaweza kulipwa na dola akiwa hapa Jomvu, lakini anafanya kampuni yenye iko Marekani. That is what we want to do, and that is why we are deploying 100,000 extra kilometers of fiber optic, so that we can leverage on technology, we can leverage on the east space to create additional job opportunities for the young people of our nation. Mimi nataka niwaeleze wa Kenya, tutashirikiana pamoja, na nitarudi hapa tena kwa shughuli ya watu wa Mombasa. Bado tuko na kazi ingine kule ya shipping line ndio tunataka kwenda kufanya, lakini nitarudi hapa tena. Na wapenda sana, na watakia baraka ya Mungu. Congratulations good people for this great facility, and as I have said, Ambassador, you have our goodwill, you have our support. Thank you very much for the support we have received from our brothers and sisters from Japan in the development of the port of Mombasa. We are truly, truly grateful. We are looking forward, God willing, shortly, to come and discuss the gate, the Mombasa gate. Is it called the Mombasa Gateway Bridge? We are looking forward to having a conversation, because it is a good piece of infrastructure that we want to be part of the signature of Mombasa City. Asante sana, na mbarikiwe kila siku. Thank you.
Your Excellency, sir, with your permission, if we can just